We've been able to get more information on how this stampede happened at the New Delhi railway station late last night. So information we've been able to gather and look at these images on your television screen, the crowds that were there that time and later how it was sorted out. So what happened was there already was a large crowd on platform number 14 and 15. The Prayagraj Express was stationed at platform number 14. The authorities, they saw the large crowds that were coming in from the Ajmeri gate side. So platform number 14, 15, 16, the New Delhi railway station has two access. One is from the Ajmeri gate side and the other is from the Paharganj side. It's the Ajmeri gate side that suddenly saw a massive crowd come in, and in 1 hour they bought over 1,500 tickets for Prayagraj. This is where a special train was announced. The special train was announced from platform number 16. So even those who were waiting at platform number 14 started rushing to platform number 16. And those who were coming in from the Ajmeri gate side, they were anyway coming for platform number 16. To make it worse, 2 trains were delayed. So there were passengers for those trains that were already there. This led to a large number of crowd coming face to face. That golden rule of one-way traffic during big festival seasons, unfortunately, that wasn't in effect. The stampede occurred due to the sudden surge in passengers. But why was this not anticipated on a weekend? It's Saturday. There would be a surge. There are lakhs and lakhs of devotees who are going anyways for the Prayagraj Mahakumbh. So why weren't additional police officers who were subsequently deployed, why were they not already deployed? When 1,500 tickets were being sold, why was a section of the station not converted into a holding area? All of these lessons are learnt on paper. All of these are there on paper. Why wasn't it implemented on ground? Because then the railways police say they were overwhelmed and they could not contain the situation. I have now breaking news that's coming in. Latest information that's coming in, and this led to an intense politics, and rightly so. Opposition parties are up in arms over management, or what they rightly call is mismanagement at the railway station. There's politics over the stampede. Leader of opposition in Lok Sabha, Rahul Gandhi, has hit out at the centre. Rahul Gandhi has said that this incident once again highlights the failure of the administration and especially the railways here. Rahul Gandhi has also blamed the government for its insensitivity to the large number of devotees who are going for the Kumbh at Prayagraj. Rahul Gandhi says better arrangements should have been made on ground.
दुखद घटना घटी है, हम सब लोग को श्रद्धांजलि अर्पित करते हैं। रेलवे का ये गलती है, रेलवे के मिसमैनेजमेंट से, लापरवाही की वजह से इतने लोगों की मौत हुई है। मुझे काफी अफसोस है।
नई दिल्ली रेलवे स्टेशन पर कल देर रात जो भगदड़ हुई, उसमें जिन्होंने अपने स्वजन परिजन खोए हैं, उनके प्रति हम अपनी संवेदना प्रकट करते हैं। रेलवे प्रशासन क्यों नहीं सचेत रहा, क्यों नहीं जाग रहा? रेल मंत्री अश्विनी वैष्णव, आप क्या कर रहे हैं?
तो कोई भी मनुष्य जीवन असमय जाना ये अत्यंत दुखद घटना है। मैं मेरे समवेदना उन परिवारों के प्रति जताता हूँ।
I want to bring in my colleague Ashutosh for more on this big story. Ashutosh, the opposition is rightly targeting the railways minister and the railways ministry for what the opposition, and you heard Lalu Yadav, you've heard Rahul Gandhi, they're saying this is absolute mismanagement. Why was it not anticipated that on a weekend there would be more crowds?
Very basic and very pertinent question. It is the government's duty, and it is the government which is accountable, the rail minister, the government, the railway ministry, and railway, remember, India's biggest force, biggest workforce is railway, where you have the lakhs of the people working. So all the staff, including from the security to the administration. In fact, just to give update from the PA system, the public announcement system, there are announcements being made, and this is happening that I noticed today. Several trains are being cancelled. In fact, I have a notice, just few details, that Varanasi, one train going to Varanasi, which is Kashi Vishwanath Express, has been cancelled today. There is the Mahabodhi Express going to Gaya has been cancelled today. There is Saharsa Garib Rath Express which begins from Purani Delhi railway station via New Delhi and then goes further. Says that it will go only from old Purani Delhi railway station, and the people, those who have reached at New Delhi to board that train, are now being asked to go to Purani Delhi railway station to board the train. Clearly, that's going to decongest the platform, and that's announcement being frequently made. Subsequently, the day started. I see the people have started coming, though the number is very poor. But now you will see at least the commuter in queue number from their family member. They have started coming down to the platform area. So clearly, the negligence, the inadequate arrangements. You know what we see, Gaurav, you rightly said, the crowd management system is basically to keep them moving.
Yes.
But in an open area, you can really make it when you have a long stretch. New Delhi, how it is congested. That's platform number 14. This is platform number 15. I'll tell Anurag to be a little faster. This is 15. And the train that is coming next to me is the platform number 16. So the 14 and 15 is actually, they are actually located on the same surface area, and that you have a very narrow exit or entry system, which is the staircase. So you have thousands of people exactly coming on at the same time taking entry or exit. That is possibly, that again, a perfect recipe for the chaos, anticipating that you are selling nearly 1,500 tickets every hour. And that's exactly why I say that it is usually the businesses, when you first announce new train, then you start selling ticket. It's not the other way around, that you first sell the tickets and then you announce new train, because the moment there is the announcement of shifting of the platforms, it is not only the devotees, it is also the locals who are traveling to Prayagraj, huge number of the people, they are also rushing back to home. They will ultimately get into Hashab to board that train, and then it is bound to happen. Here the opposition is fixing the accountability, asking the question and fixing the responsibility.
Okay.
We're also hearing that more likely the railway minister also to take a visit at the railway station, where the situation is absolutely normal now.
The big question remains is all of this, all these measures that are being taken now, it's like locking your stables after your horses have bolted. Why is it being done now? Why was this not anticipated? I want to bring in Dr. Vikram Singh, who's joining me on this special broadcast. He's former Director General of Police, and he's someone I've spoken to extensively on crowd management, not just in this Mahakumbh, but even much earlier. And Dr. Vikram Singh, one disaster after the other. First during the Mauni Amavasya Snan, and now at the New Delhi railway station. Is this not exposing the absolute failure of the administration to control crowds, to manage crowds, sir?
Gaurav ji, good morning. I couldn't agree with you more, and you have very clearly explained that we could have been much better prepared. We did not draw our lessons from the morning about the Stampede. We did not draw our lessons from earlier Stampedes, and we allowed this to happen and allowed the grass to grow underneath our feet. You very rightly said, to be forewarned is to be forearmed. We did not draw our lessons, and we allowed this to happen. I wish we were extremely alert. We have CCTV, we have trained personnel, but how could this possibly happen? This is the grossest dereliction of duty. I do hope that there are consequences for those who were responsible for managing the crowds at the New Delhi railway station. The crowds are unabated. Gauravji, the crowds are everywhere. And it is not just the Kumbh area and the Sangam Noor, but wherever there are people converging towards Prayagraj and Sangam, those people have a task at hand, and they need to manage the crowd scientifically and professionally. And if they don't, well, again, they are courting the recipe of disaster.
And sir, please explain to our viewers, because those who say that now railways and the police and all are saying we were overwhelmed, we did not anticipate these crowds. I mean, that just sounds like such a shoddy excuse. You're asking the whole world to say it's a Kumbh that's happening after 144 years, please come. You're tom-tomming that fact that more than 50 crore Shraddhalus and devotees have taken a holy dip at the Sangam. If every IAS officer, every IPS officer, every railways officer, aren't you taught crowd management at temples, at fairs, at various places from every rank, from the time you're a young ASP or a young SDM all the way to the DM and commissioners? Isn't this taught all the time, sir?
Absolutely, Mr. Gauravji. It pains me to hear this important excuse. You will forgive my harsh words. Important excuse that we were overwhelmed. You're not paid to be overwhelmed. You're supposed to absolutely be there like an absolute rock and ensure that the best international practices are there. Did you for a moment implement the best international practices of crowd management? Did you have any contingency plan? Did you stagger the crowd? Did you stagger the pilgrims? Were there catchment and holding areas? Obviously, there was none. And what the footages I'm saying, it was a free for all. This was a tragedy in the waiting, and we could have done much better. We did not. In fact, we were caught on the wrong foot yet once again, and God only hears the tragedy. That is why my insistence would be to undertake and exercise right away and see to it that there are consequences for IES, IPS, and all those officers who were absolutely supine and did not address the issue. And to say that we were overwhelmed, no, I'm sorry. This is totally unacceptable.
Absolutely, sir. For joining me here on this India Today special broadcast, many thanks. And during the course of the day, we will continue to talk to you. Dr. Vikram Singh, many thanks. No officer can say he was overwhelmed. Nobody can say that they did not anticipate this, because they should have anticipated this. They should have taken corrective measures. They could have put systems in place. It's the might of government of India that's going into this, and the state government that's going into this. And they have failed completely, leading to these 18 unfortunate losses of lives. That was completely avoidable.